Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another YouTube channel. My name is Luxani and I am a wannabe content creator who likes to talk about basically personal life, gaming life, especially art life, and I also like to give out a bit of tips and tricks and stuff, especially when it comes to digital art because I love art a lot. And I'm also a graduate student, which is basically someone who already graduated from college and just went back to college, basically. So I basically went back to school because I wanted to get my master's degree in art, and I'm hopefully getting there. I'm already a year in, so I only need maybe 2 or 3 more years, and I should be good. So, yay! I do want to be a teacher or a professor within the college, within college, but I'm also debating if that doesn't go well. I would also like to do streaming rather because it would benefit me more for like health reasons and stuff because I love that. I would love something that accommodates with that. But anyways, so for today's video, I wanted to talk about something very, very awkward. So speaking of personal life, have you ever been one of those people that also likes to stream or likes to upload their stuff, and then after people see who you are, they're kind of like, whoa, wait a second, I saw you online. And I'm like, huh? So what I mean by that is that, so I am a undergraduate, no, I'm a graduate teacher assistant for college. So I basically have a mentor who's a professor already in the ranks, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and I learn a lot from him, and I basically assist him in whatever he needs done. So I had the weird awkwardness of having students coming up to me and kind of asking me questions, and they were very particular certain questions. So I showed them a couple of my art, and because during your beginning of the semester, you want to do open presentations, and my professor advised me to do a presentation, and so I did. So I showed some of my art, and a lot of them seem to have recognized the Cat Noir art illustration that I made, and a lot of them were like, wait a second, like, oh, I saw that on Etsy, oh, I saw it on this, oh, I saw that on Instagram. And I was like, yeah, because I think I would promote it, on my Instagram, because I try to get the feed or whatever, which, by the way, it's not worth it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Anyways, so I had a couple of people and students come up to me and be like, oh, so you're kind of Instagram famous. And I'm like, no, I only have like 1K people. That is not Instagram famous. Instagram famous to me is at least over 50K, maybe 20K, I don't know. But I would say at least 50K. But I guess because the community for where I'm at is so small, they think even 5K is like a huge deal. And I'm like, oh, well, I think it is a huge deal. I just unfortunately don't feel like I am at that status where I'm all that there. I'm still trying to build up my portfolio here. I'm still trying to do YouTube. I haven't even done like streaming Twitch or anything. Like, come on, like I'm trying to build up there. But it seems like my illustrations kind of got word around, and not to mention I also do conventions here. So I do local conventions, and that kind of got word out too. And that's when people were like, wait a second, I know you, you're from the conventions, you're this, you're that, oh, you're from the conventions, I've met you so many times already, I bought in your products, oh, I check your Etsy all the time. And I'm like, that is super cute, but y'all are making me blush. That's super cute, but like, it is very funny because people would ask me like, wait, why does your character have long blue hair but you don't have long blue hair? And I had said because that's just a persona. I always wished I had long blue hair, and I just created that, persona of mine. But after, I guess, a good year or two, I kind of realized I didn't want the blue hair anymore. Now I want it pink because I have pink hair now, and I want it to be a little bit more closer to true to me, I guess you could say. But it was very interesting. It was a very interesting situation. And for the longest time, I also was trying to avoid having to create videos, especially on my YouTube channel, where I'm in the actual channel, like showing my face. I was also trying to avoid that because I wanted to avoid the awkwardness of being with people, or for people, I guess, from my school or anywhere outside the community to tell me, oh, hey, I recognize you, oh, I know you. It's like, oh, whoops, I don't want that. I don't want that. thus is why I had this avatar commissioned. So I did commission this chibi VTuber because one, she's super cute. Two, she like the artist just did such a good job with her. Like I love my little looks. She's so cute. And three, because I get to customize them and it's just fun. Who doesn't like customizing, you know? But I also wanted to support an artist as well. So, you know, all good things, all good things. She also included a little fang for my thing, and she kind of thought I was a vampire. But I am not a vampire. But I'll take it because it looks super cute. Sorry, my Sonic phone. But anyways, so I have a lot of awkward parts about it, and not to mention, there is also another thing I hate talking about, but it seems like a topic that cannot be avoided, especially when I'm being asked the same question over and over again, and it gets really repetitively annoying. Because I have one answer, but there's really like multiple answers. So when I'm asked all the time, like, oh, well, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, well, that's easy. I want to create comics. I want to do cover arts. I want to do art in general. Like, whatever I can do that involves art, because I just truly love art. And what happens is that I also have a huge passion for wanting to stream and do like online stuff. But unfortunately, it feels like I cannot tell people that, or else they'll take it as like they won't take it as a serious job. They're like, oh, so a hobby. And I'm like, oh, well, everybody already tells me that art's a hobby and not really a job. So now it's like, oh, great. Well, what happens if I tell them I wanted to stream? And most people in my community don't seem to understand that. My friends do, because they also once were like, maybe we'll stream. And they're like, nah, it's too much work. And I was like, okay, guys, thanks for letting me know. But, no. So what also happens is that my teacher would ask me, I'm like, honestly, sir, because he's honest with me and I'm honest with him. I'm like, I kind of want to do live stream and streams and tutorials and like stuff. And he's like, oh, so like tutorials and stuff. I'm like, yeah, something like that. I just want to make sure art's in my life. And he's like, no matter what, like, you should have art in your life. It doesn't matter how it is, just make sure it's there. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't have to be stuck at being a teacher or a professor, or I don't have to be stuck doing things like that, you know? I can do art for a living. I just need to figure out how to do art for a living, you know? And I figured, since streaming is one of my best, like, such a good job for me, since I could be at home and rest and all this nonsense and stuff. Plus, you guys don't have to look at my ugly face. It'd be so much easier for me. Plus, like, my avatar, she deserves all the love. I actually really want to commission another one of this one. She's just so cute. I want a Valentine's design, but I don't know. I haven't made a design for her yet. But anyways, we'll get there when I get there, right? But anyways, yeah, it's kind of interesting, to be honest. I was like, okay, that's a good question. Like, is streaming really considered like not a job or an occupation to people? But it is. It's just not down in my community, because if I'm gonna be honest, when my father had asked me like what I wanted to do, I told him I just wanted to teach, because that was the most simple answer I could think of. And to be honest, I was kind of ashamed to say that I wanted to stream or something, because he's a little old-fashioned. He doesn't understand that technology and stuff, so he wouldn't understand. And then I also tried to tell my mom that, but she doesn't seem to understand recording means streaming, because most of the time when I record, sometimes she just literally barges in and it's ridiculous. Like, she has such horrible timing. Now I have to lock the door. I literally have to lock the door from everybody because they just will not stop coming. Fortunately, though, my brothers understand too as well. My older one has helped supported me throughout so much with it, and my younger one helps support me through my comics and art stuff. So it's quite a blessing. I'm truly blessed to have that. And I did tell my mom that I did try streaming, and she's like, "Oh, okay. So you just upload videos?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I upload videos. I upload videos. That's it." And she's like, "People pay for that?" I'm like, "Yeah, people pay for that." People pay for anything. And then I also told her that, did you know people pay for feet pictures? And she's like, how much? And I'm like, no. Like, this is not a conversation we need to be having. Well, I appreciate your being open about it. But she says that she doesn't care as long as I make money and I'm happy with what I'm doing. So I appreciate that. Even my boyfriend, he supports me fully with whatever I want to do. I told him that if I wanted to be an art person, I wanted to do conventions and things like that, would you support me? He's like, yes. I'm like, okay, great. So if I wanted to do streaming, how would you support me? Would you let me? And he's like, yeah, can have a gaming room in the future. And I was like, perfect. That's splendidly perfect. So all I need to do is just basically make sure all my stuff is upgraded before I get to the get to the new little house that we have, or in time, in time, because I'm not ready to move out yet due to reasons. Reasons because he has we made a deal. He hasn't graduated yet, so I want him to graduate first because I believe in his education. Both our educations come first before anything. So stability makes up for everything. I just want to make sure that he's good enough and we're both stable enough. But yeah, anyways, it is very, very awkward to bring this conversation up a lot because a lot of people don't seem to understand that streaming is not just a hobby, but it is something that can actually be a career path. And it hurts because I would really love for it to be a career path. The only thing is I actually need to start putting more of an effort into it. I need to start studying more about what, how, and why a stream is so and so, like how to fix my lag, which I finally was able to fix my internet problems by just buying the Deco. It's so cute though. It's such a cute name. I always say Deku by accident because, you know, Deku is so close to Deco, but I basically now call it Deco because it's green lit. It has a little green light and that means it's on, and I'm like, well, Deku's green, so it's a Deco. Anyways, so I got a Wi-Fi extender, and that definitely helped. So that was basically everything I needed in order to help with my internet problems, and now it's just the CPU that's the problem. But unfortunately, I do want to upgrade, so I want at least a 2 terabyte because this computer is both my work computer and like my home computer, I guess you could say. The reason why I say that is, I'm sorry, not home computer, my game computer. So it has my games, but it also has all my art stuff related content into it. So I do need to have more space for that, especially because I make like videos and time-lapse videos and stuff like that. Especially, you know, like how I have it for the backgrounds and stuff. So that's gonna be a hard problem with it, but that's okay. I can work with it. I believe in myself. I just gotta start saving up things like that. Oh, I don't know what happened, but my kitty just tried stealing my brisk. But anyways. Yeah, so it's kind of awkward, but it is a learning curve. But I think it's definitely worth a try. And honestly, I feel like it's just I feel super flustered whenever I get asked that question, if how it is and streaming wise. And I know some people ask me some really dumb questions that I feel like aren't relative at the moment, saying that, oh, well, if you're when do you feel like, what is it? I think, how did she say it? I guess in the best term, because she kind of spoke ghetto, so I don't want to rephrase everything. But basically, she's like, oh, well, when you reach so many followers, hit me up, like, keep in contact. And I was like, no, not at all. I don't know. You have nothing to do with what I want to do. And just because I end up getting a certain amount of limit, that doesn't mean I'm famous. There is such a thing, but there's not a thing for me as of right now. Right now, this is me at my basic moment, you know, wanting to learn, wanting to grow, wanting to be better, and I'm barely developing everything right now, so like, I'm not expecting myself to be like the next Insim, you know, who's like top streamer right now for gaming, and yeah, or Etho. Definitely, no, I'm not definitely trying to be like that. I want to learn. I want to start from the basic, you know, start low down and then make my way up, you know, all these little fun things. But, you know, all in due time. There's no rush for anything, honestly. Except for when you get a computer. I definitely want a computer already because it is irritating me. But it's okay. I have to learn patience. Patience is key. Patience is key. And I hate it. But it's okay. Anyways, yeah, so that was definitely a lot of awkward parts, especially when people would recognize me right away, especially my voice. So when I would do like, I guess like a video where I wasn't, I didn't have my face out or anything, I just had vocals, they immediately like knew right away, like, oh, wait a second, I know that voice, like, that's you. I'm like, no, it's not. And they're like, YouTube channel. I'm like, this looks like your art. And I'm like, no, it's not. Honestly, I get so embarrassed because I forget people actually watch YouTube. Like, I have the mindset that when I post videos on YouTube, people from my community don't care enough to want to look it up or, you know, look at all. But for some reason, it seems like people seem to care, and it's like, oh, wait a second, well, let me check out your content. I'm like, okay, great, it's just art stuff. I don't know if you're really that interested, because we all, you know, we all have our preferences. And they're like, oh, yeah, it is art. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, that's literally it. That's what I said. It's just art. Like, ain't nothing special. It's, if anything, art's one of the lowest things for the community, in my opinion. Which is why I want to do a collaboration with art and games. But, you know, again, in time it'll tell. Time will tell. But anyways, yeah, it's fine. I definitely do think there is an awkwardness to being a YouTuber, because I feel like if I did reach like a certain amount of people, like maybe 20k or 50k, then it would probably hit me and be like, oh, shit, people actually like my content. You know, people actually care. You know, like, this is so cool. Like, that's how I would feel. I would probably not be as awkward anymore, because if I knew that I was getting revenue out of creating content like this, then I would feel a lot more safer and say, oh yeah, I do have a career with streaming. I actually make money off this. I so and so, you know, like, then I would feel more comfortable explaining that I do have a career. I do have a career into this world, you know, which would be super fabulous if I actually started doing it. And unfortunately, it is late, but I decided that this year would be the year I started pushing out more content and pushing things more out. But unfortunately, this week I did get really sick, and I literally am making back-to-back content right now to make up for, like, stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to see if I can do this new workflow where it's, like, create videos as much as I can and then start uploading them, like, every week and so. But I'm also debating if to do, like, twice a week videos or 3 times a week, where it's, like, 2 art videos and then 1 game video, you know? But honestly, yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. But to be fair, this is supposed to be a job type of deal. And I do establish my 8 hours. So I do from 2 p.m. all the way to 10 p.m. when it comes to doing work. Because it gives me enough time to rest, and plus I'm a night owl. I'm a night owl. I cannot explain that enough. Oh, my kitties are running around here. They're so cute. I wish I could show y'all, but they're just running. Anyways. So yeah, there is definitely an awkwardness to being a YouTuber, and you know what? I definitely don't mind it. I think there's a liking to it too as well. I would love to say, hey, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, I got people. Like, I get to communicate with others. They like art, and I get to see their art, and it's so cool. I like it. But it's so humbling and nice to see where people come from with their art, because it's also cool because I get to learn things from them too. Like, whoa, like, your line art is great, your colors are good, how did you do this, how did you do that? It's so amazing to learn, like, other people's stuff, and, you know, like, and it's also fun to get to share stuff with them too, like, if they ask, you know, because I like to be respectful on that, because there are times where I'm like, oh, is it okay if I can ask you how long you've been drawing, because it's like, wow, like wow, you know, those kind of things, and, you know, things like that. But anyways, yeah, so I think that's all for tonight. I am kind of getting a little tired now. I used up all my brain power today for drawing a shadow illustration artwork of this K-pop Korean band, ATEEZ, I believe. It's supposed to be an ATEEZ X shadow type of deal, or I just used basically the same pose as Wongyun, I believe his name is Wongyun. I used his pose, and then I just recreated it with shadow, and it gave me a really cool illustration, which I feel like it's not finished. Like, a part of me, like, was like, yeah, it's done, but then I'm like, wait a second, no, something's not right. So I think I'm gonna rest my eyes and come back to it later, even though I posted a reel about it, but it's okay. We'll fix it later. But anyways, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe. I hope your tummy is full tonight, you know, filled with much snacks or drinks. Right now I have a brisk tea because I need the sugar, because, you know, my head hurts. That's a lie. You're not supposed to have sugar when your head hurts. But anyways, yeah. Hope you guys have a great night, and don't forget, if you like my content, or you want to subscribe for more, or you just want to check out my gaming stuff, go ahead and you can go ahead and put a like, sub, subscribe, follow, whatever your heart desires. Oh, don't forget, I have an Instagram channel as well, if you guys are interested in that. I do have TikTok, and what you know, I do have TikTok, but I barely post on that, to be honest. Like, it's a lot of work to handle all these social media things, but my god, it is so good because it gives me so much not revenue, sorry, it gives me so much everywhere. Like, it actually, people actually tell me like, hey, I saw your art from this other website, it's so, you know, like, now I know, I'm gonna follow you. I'm like, that's so cute. That is so cute. I love that. I love how cute that was. Anyways, yeah, if you guys want to support a small streamer, slash YouTuber or whatever, go ahead and give me a follow, like, and sub. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can start working on streams again, or at least especially on Twitch, or, you know, what now, whatever things in. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully I can get down to business and, you know, get started on everything. But right now I think I'm gonna rest because I'm so tired. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great night. Stay safe. Goodbye.